Welcome, everybody. Yes, welcome. Today is a celebration day. We're celebrating so much. We have so much to be grateful for, so much to be grateful for to Dr. Naram, to these ancient secrets. And for those who are first time on this call, I have someone who's going to welcome you with her heart. She always does. Jaina.
Hello,
You belong.
hello.
Oh, good.
It's so good to see all you guys. I've been offline for a couple of weeks and it's so good to see your faces. Oh my gosh. So if there's somebody new in the that's on the chat or on the call for the first time, I would love for you to either raise your hand or to put it in the chat that you're new. We want to welcome you to this incredible community. So I would like to know who has a miracle story that they'd like to share. I know that there's a lot of abundance of miracle stories. Who would like to share? Just unmute. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. For those of you who do not know, I accepted a position in Utah and I just moved from Georgia to Utah within a quick week. So I have been on the road and there's just been an abundance of miracles for me. So I'm so grateful.
Hi, this is Morgene. I'll share.
Great, Margene, great. Hello.
So I haven't had a miracle of money or other things, but I've had a bigger miracle to me. I've had an experience this week of experiencing myself as being God in a human body. And I experienced more relaxation, more peace, more oneness with everybody. I feel like I'm one with the water I drink, with the food I eat, with everything I see outside me. Like it's the greatest gift I've ever had. And it's more valuable to me than just getting well or getting money. It's just like I've had more spiritual ahas in this class, and I'm working in other classes and other layers, but I know surrounded by love and all the positivity. And like Dr. Ram says, I'm not here to teach you, love will teach you. And my focus since childhood has been on being an unconditionally loving person and seeing my greatest desire, which most people did not understand except this community, was to see everybody else through the eyes of source, how God sees other people, and to see myself that way. And I've been having that experience this last week of the course. So to me, it's the most valuable gift I've ever had in my entire life. And there aren't words to express how grateful I am for having this experience and hoping that everybody can have this experience.
Margene, that is the most beautiful thing. And I'm very deeply touched by what you just said, and I can feel the resonance of what you have experienced. And I mean, I haven't had it to that degree, but I have had a connection with that, so I can really respect what you're saying. But what a beautiful gift of abundance that makes every breath, every movement, every touch the most valuable thing. Is we know that that's really the true essence of life.
And I can, I'm sharing it with everybody I'm in another class where there's 4,000 people from around the world, and we're all focused on unconditional love. And I share it with everybody in our group all the time. I share it with my group. And I know that you are all a part of me and I'm a part of you, and there is no separation. It's all an illusion we create in our minds. So thank you everybody for helping me to get to this place. And I hope that everybody can experience what I've been experiencing. And you too, Clint.
Yes, so beautiful, Morgene. You're getting lots of love. Susie says, so precious. Casey says, yes, you are God in a human body. Rochelle says, wow, 2 exclamation points. How wonderful, Morgene. You're getting so much love. Susan Engelman, wonderful. Andrea, Morgene, beautifully shared. Maureen has some more miracle stories to share. I think this is Ronnie saying, Morgene, that is so fabulous. Thanks for your beautiful share and soul. You are a gift, Dr. Susan Engelman says. And my sister, actually a different person, beautiful Morgine, actually basically having so much love poured out for you. But I want everyone to anchor in. Morgine is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Talk about living in true abundance. Even money is a made up concept. It didn't always exist in human history. It's something we invented, but it's not a real thing. It just exists because we agree it does. But the abundance that Morgine is tapping into is the real thing. You know, it's in the ancient secrets, Dr. Ram talked about how you get to that and how fear and ego keep us from seeing ourselves and others clearly. But in that mystical, beautiful state, so many powerful things can happen. So let's put our hands together. Let's actually take what Morgine shared. And this time we put it on our hearts. I love you and I'm with you, Morgine. I love me and I'm with me. So beautiful. And it's connection with all of life. Like we got this beautiful Peggy Coleman's got a visitor right now. Yes. There you go. So when you're in that mystical state, oh, beautiful. Thank you, Peggy. I love seeing your four-legged friend. When you're in that mystical state, there's abundance of every moment. Atiti Devo Bhava. Everything that's coming in is a gift. And when you're focused on this, so for those that don't know, most of you have been participating in the miracle experiment experience over the last period of this 30 days. So we've been applying not only 3, but 2 new bonus ones, focusing on abundance and what kind of miracles of abundance can be when we not just know something, but we do it in a way that it changes how we are, our being, that we occur to ourselves differently, not about information, but about transformation. And so Morgine, your share is perfect along those lines. In fact, I'm right now sitting in abundance as well. It's so fun that on this final day of the miracle experiment experience, this one, I'm here right in front of LBJ Lake, near beautiful Austin, Texas, about ready to speak tonight to an audience that they call a mini castle, a dream porting mansion or beautiful space. Sarah Morell is the one that's been organizing that. And then tomorrow doing a full pulse clinic as the finale of this tour. But just, I want to thank also actually, let's see if you can see this. Can you see behind me? Let's see if you can see that. So beautiful. And then here, this wonderful, beautiful person, Brenda.
Hello.
Talk about miracles of abundance. I met her in Rome. Actually, we're sitting at the same table right after I was knighted. And we were literally sitting next to each other. And then through that beautiful unfolding and beautiful connection, she's joined many of our Sunday calls, and she offered a beautiful thing from her heart to have a space where the foundation, Ancient Secrets Foundation core team, can meet and brainstorm. So many beautiful things have been happening, but how can we put the structure in place so it can continue to grow in a global way in the best way possible? So for the first time ever, I'm going to meet Carol Ray. For the first time ever, Carol Ray and Cordelia met each other and hugged each other yesterday. And they're on their way to set up, I think they're on their way to Sarah Morell's house right now. For the first time, so many of us are gathering together just to put our hearts and our minds together. And it's thanks to this wonderful, beautiful woman offering this from her heart. And talking about what's coming up. So on the call, we want to speak about what's coming up. We also have the 30-day delicious detox, 7-day delicious detox. We needed to postpone the timing a little bit. So instead of starting on 30th of October, we're postponing until 13th of November to make sure people get their herbs in time. That means that next week, the 30th, is the last day to sign up with the discount, next Sunday. But right before the call, Brenda was saying, you've seen some results from mung beans.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you want to share any results you noticed?
It makes the inflammation in the body go way down. And as we know, inflammation is the source of a lot of our issues that we have. And just general, I mean, feeling great. Mostly your joints and your muscular tissue. Basically, when you start feeling good, then it opens your mind and your heart better.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful thing. I've only done the detox suit 2 different times, but I want to do it for a 30-day stretch. I've only done it for a week stretch at a time so far.
Yeah.
So, but I reaped a lot of benefits on that.
And you
So,
said you wanted to learn. How to make it more delicious.
how to make it more
Yeah.
delicious. And, thankfully, we have put in his group here that will help shed some light on that for me.
Yeah, so beautiful. I'm going to switch it around here just so the lighting's a little bit better, but thank you so much, Brenda. So we have the guided detox, the delicious detox, in which you can learn how to become a master at making delicious Hmong. That will start on November 13th now. November 13th. The last day to sign up with the discount is next Sunday. Then we also have the 100-day course coming up and so many things. Now, I just want to drop into this space just for 1 second, because so many things are happening, but I want to start off this call because we've been coming from so many places. I just want to start in 3 minutes of silence. I'm going to put it on my phone. I think one of the best ways we can honor ourselves, the gift of life, is to pause and to really feel what's happening inside of us, what's true in this moment for us. And then today's call will be a feast of awesomeness. I'm so excited. But first of all, I just want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, exhale and go, ah. One more deep breath in. Ah. And then one more deep breath in. Ah. And we start 3 minutes of silence and just pay attention. Feel your heart, feel your breath, and feel what's true for you right now. So beautiful to drop into that space with you and even for a moment taste what Morgine was just talking about. The magic of each moment, the miracle of each moment. And On today's call, I'm so happy that as we get to hear story after story from people around the world who've been applying the ancient secrets, how it can drop you more and more into that space in which, like Daniel or Devananda says, your soul is having a romantic dance with the gift of life, in which, according to the quote, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you, in which love is guiding you. Love is the lens through which you see yourself, loving yourself more and more, loving others more and more, loving life, and whatever are the unexpected gifts that are coming. And so now we're going to start one by one going through some stories, and I want to start with Vienna. Vienna, can you share where you're joining from and what was one of the miracles you experienced during this miracle experiment experience?
Yes, I'm from Kansas, and my miracle story, the one that really has stood out to me, is in the second week of MEE. I had a great evening with a friend. We had a healing session, and we laughed and told stories till midnight. And as I was leaving, I was so satisfied. It was a full moon, and I just was like, this is beautiful. In half a mile, I heard an unusual sound and felt the car move in a funny way. And so I pulled over into a brightly lit entrance at a subdivision because everything is always working out for me, right? Here was this provision. I got out and I occurred to myself differently because rather than going, when I saw the flat tire, I said, my ADB is here. Wonderful. And I had a sense of anticipation that God Himself was meeting me. So I immediately made a few notes to myself. Next time you see the tire low for 2 or 3 weeks, add air. Okay. But there was no condemnation with it. Again, occurring to myself differently. And then I found this safe area. Surely someone will stop to help me. After 12 cars went by, I went, I think I am to have an experience with God alone here on this one. And you can join me. Everything is always working out for me. Since I hadn't gotten AAA earlier in the month when I had the opportunity for free, I decided to check my insurance app. Nope, I didn't have roadside assistance on that either. So I saw that I could call my insurance company and pay for help. I thought, I'll remember that. I'll just remember that. And then I remembered, in my 20s, I took a basic auto mechanics course. Just because my hair turned silver doesn't mean I lost all those skills. So hopped out, got stuff out of the trunk, got ready to start changing the tire, and a police car went into the opposite subdivision. And I thought, oh, well, who needs help, right? And then another one came by and said, hey, I'm going to this call, but I'll come and help you when I'm done. I'll see if you need help. So that gave me the further courage to go ahead and hop out, start taking things apart. So I unloaded the things, got them laid under the car, found the supported part of the car to put the jack, and just full confidence. So I found the rubber donut so it wouldn't be flat in the trunk to change the tire, and my body weight was enough to be able to unloose the lug nuts. None of them were rusted on. I thought everything is always working out for me, and so I jacked it up some more and went to try to pull it off, and it was like there were still 5 lug nuts. I was like, what is going on with this? So I thought, maybe there's a special locking mechanism. So I stood under the street light reading the owner's manual to see what in the world might be holding my tire on. Nothing special. Threw it back in the car, said, okay, Google, my friend Google. So why is my wheel not coming off my Honda Accord? Well, it's rusted onto the axle unanimously. Everybody knew that's what was going on. I'm like, are you serious? Everything is always working out for me. If you have a sledgehammer, that's an easy fix. How about a rubber mallet, a 2x4? None of those do I have in my back pocket. One smart man says you can kick it at the bottom and hopefully not kick it off the jack, right? I have 2 feet. This is easy. Okay, so I kick forward a couple of times. I turn around. I start kicking backward with my power muscles of my quads, right? Left, right, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. No, nothing budging. So then I thought, oh, is there someone you want me to meet? And maybe I get to help them too? Is that what this is about? So I use muscle testing because I don't have 100% confidence all the time that I'm hearing God's voice. So I muscle tested, yes. I'm like, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Headlights coming down the road, and boom, there they went. So no, it wasn't them. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and start working for myself, and when they show up, I will be appreciative. I realized I haven't specifically asked for unseen help, so let's do that. Is there such a thing as tire change angels? Yes. Oh, and can I have some dispatched to me right now? Yes. Oh, okay. Could I have a couple of tire change angels, please? I assume they've come. I've asked. So I thought, I don't know quite how this works. Are they here now? Yes. Oh, good. Are they done? Yes. Well, perfect. Thank you very much. So I reached down and tried to take off the tire, still just as solid as it was. And I thought, well, to my observation, okay, well, maybe I misunderstood. I guess I could go ahead and call that number and just pay for it. Trust for the resources to do that. So for English, press 1. Beep. If you have an auto, press 1. If you have a boat, just 1. Beep. So while I'm waiting to get a real person, I could keep kicking. Yes, okay. Turn around, right foot, kick, left foot, kick, clunk, clunk, clunk. It fell down onto the bolts. The tire change angels just didn't want to drop it on my foot earlier, and they wanted me to co-create, right? So I was so excited. Everything is always working out for me, so I'm dancing for joy. Now 1 in the morning under the streetlight. So I take the tire down, put on the donut tire, tighten the lug nuts, lower the jack, load everything back in the trunk while I'm laughing with the tire change angels, right? Now, as I drive away, I remember my question, is there someone you want me to meet that maybe I can help? And I thought, did I misunderstand that? And I heard, that someone is you. I wanted you to meet Vienna with expanded faith, confidence in herself, and knowing in a new way that everything is always working out for me. And Michael Smith heard the story and said, oh, look, tirechangeangels.com is available. How about you get that and upload your story and invite other people to upload theirs. So I am now the official owner of tirechangeangels.com. Check it out, and hopefully soon you'll be able to upload your story.
That is awesome. Vienna. Wow. That is so fun on so many levels of awesome. First of all, everyone loves that you're applying one of the principles, which is telling stories. And so engaging, so relatable, and so powerful. Jana, you want to share anything?
I'm just in amazement. I have said that saying, everything's always working out for me. I love that you're saying that because it's so true. When things get stuck and you just say, you know what, everything's always working out for me, it just shifts. And it's so enjoyable to see, yes, that you met yourself. You called on the tire change angels. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love that you got the domain name too.
Even if this is the only thing you get from this call, because through her story, next time your tire punctures or something unexpected happens, some unexpected guest comes, if you just remember just that beautiful embodiment of everything is working out for me, and curiousness, asking questions. Dr. Am says the quality of our life depends on the quality of our questions. Now, she wasn't saying, how come life is so horrible for me? What am I doing wrong? Why am I being punished? Those would be questions in which you would suffer. Instead, she was asking, is there such a thing as a tire changing angel? That's a powerful question. I would have never thought of before. And then leading to a .com, then who knows what kind of abundance. How many lives she'll change? How much joy will come into her life and flow through her that will manifest and magnify in such a beautiful way. Thank you so much. That was so enjoyable. So beautiful. Anyone else in your feedback you can put in the, someone, let's see, someone says, I want to hear your story again. Please share again. Bettina says, my saying, sometimes when we see what seems to be the worst of things turns out to be the best of things. I like that. You're getting lots of love. Marie says, Diana, the story is so good and the new mantra is super. Thank you. Patricia Wood says, so funny and dynamic. Thank you. Clarice, what a lovely story. So well told. Ah, so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Michael Smith, your miracle story from this 30-day miracle experiment experience.
Well, I think that's great. Just the way this call is already started with Morgine and the meditation in Vienna. And you know, if you haven't pre-purchased a Tire Change Angel certificate, you should be able to soon at tirechangeangels.com. And AAA does take a long time to actually arrive to change your tires, so you can buy the express package as well for $99.95. And Vienna, you're amazing. But I do just want to share a short miracle and something that has really hit me. That there's a quote in this book that I have. It says, "I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you." What's amazing about this quote, though, is it's not attributed to anyone. And so I don't know if this is from you, Clint, if this is Dr. Naram, or if this is from Morgine, and meaning the divine. And I believe it's the I in this is actually, I didn't come to teach me, I came to love me, and love will teach me. And that this, everything that you and Dr. Naram and these ancient secrets have been teaching me. And last Friday, after, when I don't think you were on the call, you know, I shared the miracle that yes, we have these exclamation point miracles that are amazing to us, so we can stand out that Jesus turned water to wine, and it gets written up in the book. But there was a wedding going on. There was something else happening, and to see the background as the miracle, to see the context of life as the miracle, to see every moment as a miracle, and everything that you know, we get very excited about the Hmong soup that creates miracle healing experiences in our bodies. It does, it's true. But you wouldn't eat that if it wasn't because you loved yourself and wanted to experience a healthy you, and to know that all of these things are here for us to experience more love, and to be able to share that with other people, and to share the love. And I wrote down in my Dr. Naram abundance journal today something that is, you know, that what if we had a love diet? But I don't like the word diet, because it has the word die in it, and no one likes to diet anyway, they don't work. But what if we had a love live it, and that you lived
Love lifestyle.
and to just live your love, to eat love, to love your body, to love your life, to be love, to radiate love, and most importantly, to receive love, because that's not the easiest thing to do. So thank you, Clint. And I want to say one thing more. Clint, thank you for your love for me, for all of us, that you have consistently shown up for us, sharing these secrets through the worst of times, the best of times. Sharing your love and dedication it's unreal, the amount of love that you pour out to everyone on the call, everyone that meets you constantly. And you know, I would like to have us put our hands together and to send you love, Clint, for the love that you have given us through these words, through these teachings, and to just ask you to receive it with one hand on our heart, one hand on you, that we're all here because of you, Dr. Naram, Baba, Ram Das, Jivaka, and the divine Morgine. I love that the goddess Morgine is a real thing.
Yes, please, more. Yes, thank you. I receive. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. More than ever in my life, I'm so happy that I really do love myself more than ever. Like if I'm happy about anything in my life, it's actually that. It's a long journey. And I want to hear from you, Mike. You talk about, turning this quote to yourself. In this 30 days, is there any way that you've noticed that you're loving yourself more? Some particular way, your personal journey, that you've noticed that you're loving yourself more and letting love guide you, letting love teach you?
I'd say absolutely. And that there's one of the things that has really become very real for me is honoring our ancestors and the ones who love children we are, and that to get here, and that entire process, and also the children that we have, and loving the world, and to our greatest wealth is our health, and we can have an abundance of health, and we can have an abundance of wealth, and we should, and and that all of this is available for us to create, and we are creating it. And these teachings are really we are manifesting and are manifestations of the divine, and everything is a miracle happening. And yes, we can have these, like I said, exclamation points, but the spaces in between the notes is so beautiful. That's what makes life so amazing. And so I just I love the figure in the ground is from Gestalt. Oh, and one other thing for Brenda, if you don't like the monk soup, I guarantee you're not quite making it right, because it really is amazing.
Second, much better than the first batch, so we're getting there.
Yeah, we've seen it. Oh, yes, let's celebrate that. Michael, can I just reflect something to you, and then I'm excited. Anna, you're going to be next. I've seen you love yourself more, and it's interesting because when we love ourselves, and whatever you use the word, but if you say the vibration of yourself changes, some things lock more into place, other things may fall out of place, other things may reorient, because people are confused. Who is this being that I'm relating to now? Who is this new Michael Smith? I don't understand. What is this person? But I've seen you be gentle on yourself in the transitions that you're in, and loving to yourself. And actually, in the moments in which maybe the most crisis technically is there, is when you've reached out to the people like your dad, been there at the hospital and in his birthday, and writing the notes from all his friends and ancestors in such a miraculous way, been there for your kids. Like, instead of going inward and in a box, you've reached out and opened your heart and just said, I'm here. I'm alive. There's an inhale and an exhale, and I'm enjoying both. And in the gentleness, just allowing whatever transitions happen to happen. And then instead of having the resistance to them, where we get it's like the wave is coming from the ocean. If we're facing it and we're holding the surfboard, we're going to get smacked, but it's almost like you're stepping to the side and you're like, the waves will come, and you're just with grace meeting it all. And I see that in you. So thank you, Michael. I'm so excited to be more and more engaged with you moving forward. Health, healing, happiness on this planet. So I love you so much.
Love you too, Clint. Love you, brother.
All right, Anna, we've been waiting so to hear your story. Please share with us, what's the miracle that you've experienced, one of the miracles that you've experienced in this last 30 days?
Well, first, I want to just thank my dear friend Robin Lee for inviting me, and to thank you, Dr. Clint, because your joy is infectious. It's so beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be part of this community. So a big miracle was in my Friday night group. I had an injury like 9 years ago, and it's still been, a challenge. And then I had another one with my knee a year ago. So Friday night, I was in a lot of pain, and yet I learned early on in this journey with, it's been a major healing and spiritual journey with these injuries, that love and joy and these other things can coexist with pain, because we're not just our bodies. And Friday night, I was just showing up with love to, the other people in my group as best I could. But then I opened up and was vulnerable, like what, Deborah Ann and Tony were saying yesterday. Just that vulnerability, and by sharing and crying and just feeling how I was in the moment, because I really was in a lot of pain. The group just sent me so much love. And then, Jana, I've always just loved her, just beautiful smile and radiant heart. And, so many of you, in so many of the breakouts, I would come together with like 2 other people that had knee things. So I am going to do the 7-day detox. I'll start there. Robin's been talking about the soup. Oops, sorry. So it's,
but yay.
but just one other thing, that Shilfi she's our mentor in the group, and she reached out after, and we talked for like an hour, over an hour and a half, and I had a major breakthrough there. And even today, my knee is hardly hurt. It's not even hurting, and my ankle is feeling so much better. So I thank you all. I love you all.
Oh, so beautiful. I love that. Speaking about the mentors, this is probably a good moment. I'm seeing Pete, Sue, Luke, Patricia, Stephanie, Maya Rose. I'm so excited. We'll do 1-minute miracle shares with each of you. But right now, I just want to pause. The mentors who have been part of this miracle experiment experience have been so phenomenal. And I want to thank them from my heart. Not only that, also the facilitators of the experiences that we've been having. So I'm just going to spotlight a couple of them right now. We got Joey, and right next to him,
what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Hey.
Goodness. Hey.
Joey and Stephanie together in Austin, ready?
Yeah, goodness gracious. God bless us.
Having a moment.
God bless us on our miracle experiment experience. We're in a cemetery here, listening to you.
Yeah, we should show them.
Yeah, you want to see the cemetery here?
Actually, we will. Tony, I'll come to you in a moment. We got to see the cemetery.
Yeah. Beautiful place for reflection.
Yeah. Deep healing.
Yeah, we got some memorials happening.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is this way. Like spending time in cemeteries. It like connects me more to my authentic self, I feel like. So I want to also, Tony Lister. Yes, Tony. Thank you. Thank you. And you got a 4-legged friend. Who's this guy with you?
This is Piper. This is my bedmate right here. Piper sleeps with me. Yeah, this has been so fun. Can I give the just a quick like 30-second thing here? We have a mechanic who is agnostic, but for years said your family has car guardian angels, because our cars, if they break down, they're the most convenient places ever to break down. So like a couple months ago, my son wanted to buy his first car. He had a certain amount of money. Everybody's saying the used car prices are too high. You're not going to find anything. So for fun, I went out test driving cars with him just because I thought this would be a good bonding moment. We're test driving cars, and the radiator hose on my car breaks. And we happen to be about 10 minutes from my mechanic's house. So I text him. He says, just drive it over here. It's okay. That's short of a drive. We drive to his house. It's like a 5-minute fix. He fixes, puts a new hose on my car. And I'm like, yeah, we're out test driving cars. And he says, well, I'm going to sell that car for the amount that my son had. And it was way better than any other car we've been out test driving. And he had done all the repairs on it. So I knew it was going to run great. And I was like, see, I told my son this. I said, just relax. The perfect car is going to come. It'll be just in the price range you need. It'll come in a synchronistic way. And it happened in the way of a super convenient breakdown of the hose breaking on my car and right next to my mechanic's house. And then he got the car. It worked out beautifully. So when we're in this flow and we receive, these little synchronicities come in, sometimes inconveniently, to put us right in the right place. It's beautiful. So I love Vienna's story on that.
Love that. And while you're here, some people are saying, how do I stay in contact with Stephanie. How do I stay in contact with Joey? How do I stay in contact with Tony? And a couple of ways. First of all, I want you to each put your contact information there. And then also Cornelia, she's getting on the call. She's in transition from Carol's house to Sarah's house, so she'll be on the call soon. We'll appreciate her in a unique, beautiful way. But Tony, we announced on the calls that we're doing a special training, subconscious reprogramming, a subconscious detox of sorts. So in alignment with the 30-day Moon Soup Detox, first time ever, which means the results are likely going to be 10 to 100 times even better, because we're helping on so many levels in a very methodical, detailed, beautiful way. And so that is called the Moon Detox, the detox package, or the delicious detox bundle. And so someone can put that link in so people can get connected for that particular, the Moon 30 days, or you can do the subconscious detox or subconscious reprogramming for 8 weeks, or you can do both together. And the discount codes are all good until next Sunday, but that's a fantastic experience. And then Tony, if you can also put your contact information still in there. And then Joey and Stephanie, we have a special request for all three of you, actually. There's been, actually, maybe I'll have Susan Engman come on here and make the request on behalf of everybody with love. We have something coming up called the Unstoppable Celebration. And it is in Sedona live in June, the first week of June. And the messages that were going in the chat of the people organizing the event were all so excited to make sure one thing happened. And Susan, Dr. Susan, you want to share what that is?
Well, we want you to be with us up for the celebration. You, all three of you, have been profound beyond belief. The yoga has been so transformative, physically, mentally, spiritually, absolutely gorgeous. Joey, the joy that you have brought, the reconnection to our joy and our laughter has been, again, transformative. What incredible energy all of you have. And Tony can't wait to do the 8-week program. And I've been to a lot of programs. I've done a lot of things. Never have I experienced the love and the connection and the authenticity and the vulnerability and the openness and the caring. I could go on and on. You all are amazing beings. And I want to keep you in my life. And I know we all feel that way. And the celebration in June will be awesome. And to have you there would be a miracle. It would be God's gift. And so I just, from all of us, I hope you feel my heart, and we want to all continue. Let's continue. Let's change the world with this love. So blessings to you, blessings. Just thank you.
I want to invite you. Will you, Joey, join us in Sedona in June?
I will. Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there. Yay.
Yeah,
We're gonna let's make a miracle.
Yes, we'll make that miracle.
Yes.
We can all share and get
Thank you.
together.
Just awesome. Just awesome. Yeah.
So good.
Thanks.
Andrew, you can put the link for how anyone can join or express interest in joining that powerful celebration, the Unstoppable Celebration. Please put that link. I want to say also, Sunday calls. Some people aren't joining the Moon Detox. Maybe they've already done it for whatever reasons. They may not be joining the bundle with Tony. They may not be joining the 100-day course, which is coming up, which is also very important. When you sign up for the 100-day course, you actually get everything included. And the 100-day course itself will be starting in January. You can either do the Moon Detox now or then. That's all included, and it's a life-changing, real experience. And so, and if you're not doing it, join the Sunday calls for free every Sunday. Read the book, change your diet, experience the miracle from just applying the secrets. And having said that, because Dr. Susan has made this very beautiful invitation, Joey and Stephanie, on this upcoming 30-day detox, which we're going to do differently than in the past because we're going to have morning calls. Will you join us on those calls and continue to share your gifts? So as we're detoxing, we can be laughing, our bodies can be feeling good. Will you join us?
Yes, I will.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will. We will.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
We'd be honored.
Super honored.
So good. Well, thank you so much. We're going to go back to the miracle stories. But before that, Susan, you shared something in the chat about this container. And just because we have you live right now, do you feel like you want to share anything just about this particular container, what it's meant for you?
Well, I think that I did share that I had a profound experience of no fear in doing something that in the past I wouldn't have done. And so feeling the love and the support and the teachings, feeling everybody at my back and knowing so profoundly that I'm not alone and I can access anyone at any time has just been amazing. And to have the different perspective, just like the talk about it's all in divine order, bring it on, it's all in divine order, the curiosity, what's the teaching here, what's available here. It's just, and to hear all of you, to hear your stories and to hear about what's happening in your life and to know that I have a story to share. And I think that that's one of the most important thing I'm getting out of this. It's like to not only be supporting everybody else, but to really be turning around and facing myself and say, what is it that I have to share? What is burning inside of me? It's never too late. What do I have to give to the world? And if we all do that, all the quiet people, all the people that don't think they have anything to share, we all have something to share. And we all have, we're all connected in these ways. So I feel like I've got jet engines at my back now, and that's all of you, just all of you and the lineage. And it's just completely changed my life. I could go on and on. The heart is real and the heart wants to be expressed and we're all connected. So, been awesome. Just thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Now, speaking of this, when the pain goes away, or even if there's not pain, but just cloudiness, when you tap into more your authentic self, all kinds of things happen. And so I just spotlight Judy Lamar as an example because I love her so much. We've been talking about what happens. The ancient secrets aren't just about getting rid of dis-ease. What do you do with your life when you have it? And Judy Lamar's passion is art. When the pain went away, I share her story so much time. 79, using a walker, cane, barely moving, thinking it's going to get worse and worse. And then having the Hmong soup, having life come back so much that at age 80, she's like, this is the renaissance of my life. When the 100-day course was announced, she was the first to sign up at age 80. She was young. She's in. And since then, her art and everything has exploded in such a beautiful way, not exploded, but expressed in a beautiful way. At the Unstoppable celebration, many of you will be bringing artwork and we'll be having a silent auction fundraiser for orphan kids. But in addition, we have something called the Golden Angels, which we're putting together. This Golden Angels, this committee of wise women that will guide all of this community in such a beautiful way. And I invited Judy Lamar, will you be part of the Golden Angels? And she's like, yes. So I want to celebrate. And then everywhere I go, I carry my Judy Lamar bag that she made for me. I love mung beans. And then the top quote from Dr. Ram, if you change your food, you change your future. Even my mom came to Sacramento to the clinic. She had a little mini version of the bag and both of us had the bags together. So for the facilitators of this miracle experiment experience and for the mentors, Judy Lamar, can you and me, we work together, we make sure all of those beautiful mentors get this as a gift?
Oh, yes, definitely. We'll find a way to do it. Yeah, love it. It would be very exciting. That's a dream of mine. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the gift of love, we're going to make sure you all have that. And Judy Lamar, thank you for inspiring me so much with your story and constant support. And I'm looking forward to Unstoppable Celebration. Anyone who has artwork or music or different things, how love is guiding you. Yeah, so we'll talk more about Andrea. But thank you so much, Judy.
Bless you. Thank you for everything. Wow.
Real quick, Judy, how did joining the 100-day course transform your life? That little piece would be helpful right now. How did change the 100-day course?
Oh my goodness. Well, it really got me in tune with daily routine, I would say, which is profound. I'm still working on it. The contact with the Vaidyas was incredible. It really was so deep, a deep experience. really educational. I mean, you know, what could be greater at 80 than to have a whole new path open up, you know? Yeah.
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 So beautiful.
No, it's profound.
Yeah. Well, I want to say
Because
that
it's learning how to heal yourself, you know?
we were just at the clinic in Sacramento in the beautiful home of Katie and John, and walking in, who other than one person that saw your transformation.
Yes.
I saw her before. I saw her after. And can you, Patricia? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong Patricia.
Wrong, Patricia. Hi, Patricia.
We love you, Patricia. Sorry about that. Patricia Wood. Let's see here. Yes. Can you?
Hey, there she is. Great. Hi, honey.
After the
Hello,
transformation.
Judy. Hello, Clint. God bless you both. I love you both.
Thank
oh my
you, dear.
goodness. My dear sister.
When you saw her transformation, what did you?
My dear sister, Judy. Oh my God. She kept prompting me to do the Hmong. I started on the herbs and I go, well, I already know how to eat, you know. So then so then I started it this year and I was on it for 4 months. And she said, well, just try 10 days. But I got it on it for 4 months. I liked it. I liked how I felt. The pain in my left hip that had always been there got softer and softer. We, after 2 or 3 months, were tuning into it. And I said, you know, I think there's no more bone on bone there. I mean, it was serious bone on bone. And then it was softened. And then it was just muscle tissue that was in pain. And I continued on it. And you know, it's like regular in my diet. It's totally irregular in my diet with the herbs and all the other knowledge of Ayurveda has been in me, but now I'm putting it into reality. And I want to just thank you for putting me, I mean, I'm on a track, you know, I've been on a track with Ayurveda, but then it's like the gears had to shift and put me like solidly on this ancient tradition of medicine track. And then
Patricia, I want to acknowledge you and Judy Lamar. Judy, to see someone you love and their life change. And the one thing Patricia said, she's like, I saw Judy and was like, she looks great.
I did. She told me pictures, she told me photos, and she was real slim. She looked gorgeous.
When most people wait, you are becoming more and more like a supermodel, Judy Lamar. Most people COVID were looking different than you were transforming lives. So thank you both of you for learning the ancient secrets, not just of Ayurveda, but Siddha Veda, these ancient secrets of this lineage of masters and applying it so beautifully. Love you and with you.
Super. Thank you, darling. Yeah.
Now we have another beautiful Aditya Davo Baba moment. We have with us Cornelia. Yes, Cornelia joining us live from Austin, Texas. We sent love to her the other day as she was going through the airport, worried about what was going to happen through security and talking about what do you want. Carol Ray for over months was said, we're going to have Cornelia show up. I'm thankful Cornelia is coming to the brainstorming meeting of Ancient Secrets Foundation of this community. And she's here. You want to talk about that real quick, Cornelia?
Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited that I'm actually made it to Austin. There were definitely some issues for me coming into the States, and I had to kind of go a little bit around like the laws in order to do it. And yesterday when I actually showed up at the airport, they didn't even ask me for any papers. So I didn't need anything. And it was just, I felt so guided and so enveloped actually in the energy of the Dr. Naram. And I had called on them as well before I was going to the airport, and I said, okay, I just want to, everything is supposed to go smoothly. Everything is going well on the flights. Every flight is on time. And it was just such a perfect travel experience yesterday from beginning to end. And I'm just so elated to be here.
Yes, miracles happen. And also Aditya Deva Baba happens because normally Cornelia sets up the breakout rooms for all the groups, but somehow she forgot her computer at Carol Ray's house. So
I did, and now I cannot even do that. So I'm so sorry because I'm the only one who knows who is in which group and who is the mentors in each of the groups. So I don't know how we are going to do that, but I can't do it here from the phone.
We're gonna do it in some kind of a fantastic way, Cornelia. We'll get to that point, and we'll make the breakout rooms and make sure everything's running smoothly. But thank you so much for being here. I want to make sure we do in proper fashion. So Cornelia, what if I make you host right now? You make me co-host and see what's possible from your phone, and then we'll come at that point. Does that sound good? Or can you borrow?
Yeah, I can try. And,
okay,
I can't
we'll
borrow
just
a
see.
computer here. Okay,
At least you can make
me a host
people. Yeah, and then make me co-host, and then at least you can make other people co-host as well. At least you can do that.
Yeah, I can see if I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, make me co-host right now, and then we're going to go to a couple more beautiful shares. So if you make me co-host, then I can make sure I can highlight our videos. I want to hear 1 minute miracle stories from Pete, from Sue, from Luke, from Patricia, and from Maya Rose. And I'm excited. So 1 minute miracle shares, and then in your breakout room, you can share in more detail. I'm so glad that you're here and to share. Let's see, Cornelia, can you find me and then make me a co-host?
You made Connie the host. Connie is the host, and she probably might not know what to do.
That's Cornelia.
I'm just trying to find it here on my phone, but I can't actually, to be honest.
You click on participants, and then you hover over my name, and then okay, here, let's see here. Here, actually, I'll do it. I'm just gonna reclaim now, and then we'll back to you. So Cornelia, I'll see in a second here. All right, Pete.
Okay.
So excited to hear. Please share your miracle experience.
I will. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you to you and the community. It's been like a really incredibly opening of my heart to feel so much love from people that I don't know and never met, and how accepting and open and kind you are. So I just wanted to say that before I said anything else, because that's been the real miracle for me. And thank you. So yeah, I've had so many general miracles, and just one that happened that was so powerful that Cornelia initiated with the silence exercise. I wanted to share that because that morning in my what do I want, I said, what I want is to be present to the reality of who people really are and what everything really is. That's what I want. And because I struggle with that and judgment and things of that nature, like where I'm not present to my own love for people, like I let my mind hijack it and, go into like fear and judgment. So that's what I said, what I wanted that morning. And then when we did the exercise, something happened that was so powerful for me that it gave me a real life experience of that reality. And it was sudden and unexpected and so powerful. I just want to read the journal entry that I wrote right after that, because rather than talk about it, I'll just read this. So I do not know what just happened exactly. I feel God invited me into his world where the silence gives rise to everything. I have never listened to the silence between sounds before, never heard it at all, it seems. The endless well, everything arises is from there. The light and sound I listen to, looking for something, not looking for nothing, never allowing it in fully, always propping up the false, paying attention to phenomenon, not experiencing where it comes from, always looking for what is next, a projected image, a feeling, a hope, chasing after what has always been there hidden in the silence. Nowhere to go, no need to go anywhere. What I have been seeking is already there. Every note of the music I love arises from this magnificent silence. God does not speak. God is there in the silence. Every instrument playing together, one orchestra, one conductor, one self that is God. In this world, most of us have stepped out of tune. I see why the silence is what unifies us. The silence is the mother of all things. Thank you, Mother, for always being there. And that experience of that really shook me to the point where I had to acknowledge that reality was different than what I had always perceived it as. And I realized I can have what I want. And that was the most powerful miracle of all. And it happened instantaneously, literally within an hour after I made that declaration, this happened. And so it kind of,
wow.
it kind of scared me a little. It didn't necessarily scare me, but I moved away from it and I kind of stopped participating as much in the group because I had to integrate that experience. But now it's like full circle coming back, and that seed was planted so deep, like you can't uproot that experience, you know what I mean? And so I see the future and it looks beautiful. So thank you.
I love that. You know, like Sue said, there's life before these kind of experiences, the miracle experiment experience, there's life after, but it's rooted so deeply. That's the intention. And how powerful is it by deciding, what do you want? And then stating it clearly. So thank you so much, Pete. I've loved having you as a part of this. And I want to see you on all the Sunday calls, or as many as possible. I want to continue to, now in this space, be in this community. Thank you. All right, let's go to Sue.
Michael, can I just ask, Mike, can you change your view to speaker view? It's on gallery view.
Oh, got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, just so what we did is we made Michael Smith the host, and he's working with Cornelia to create all the breakout rooms. So thank you so much for pivoting with us, and then it gives him a little bit of space as we share the miracle stories. We'll go a little bit over the normal hour mark, just so he has some time with Cornelia to organize. So Sue, please, Sue Mulvaney.
Well, I want to thank my small group for inviting me to share my miracle. I shared this miracle with Dr. Clint when I was at the Pulse Clinic, and I was trying to figure out some way I could present it to the group and honor my beloved siblings' need for privacy. And so yesterday I was doing my Marma point, asking for clarity about that. And Krishna came on and gave me a framework for how to present this. And that's what I'm going to use. And for Krishna said, what is your pain? You know, what is your pain? My pain has been for over 30 years, my inability to connect with my most beloved offspring. And this occurred after a trauma to her, and for 30 years. And I'm very raw about this still, but so I'm not going to apologize if I have some tears, but for 30 years, I have felt this distancing and pain, and the inability to connect with the person that I love the most in this world. And so this person came to visit me, and through some energetic happening, we came home from dinner and she said, I need to talk to you. And there was an abundance of tears and rage and sadness. And she was able for the first time to talk to me and tell me honestly all her pain and what she felt. And I've been waiting so long for that to happen. And then this miracle happened afterwards, after she left, and I was in a meditation. And what came to me in the meditation was that, you know, you've been waiting for her to do something all these years, but it was actually something you did in the first MEE, and you healed a lifetime of terror, which created a safety net for her to allow her to feel safe sharing with me. So I have like a double miracle. I have the first MEE miracle, which set the pathway for our connection. And so what did I do? I did some work and groundwork about me. And what did I learn about this? I learned that things come to you when you're ready, and when you're when you've done your own clearing. And I've learned not to wait for other people, but to look into myself about what is it that I need to clear in me in order for this to happen. So what I'm going to do in the future we created a gateway, she and I, and we are going to, I'm 77, so I didn't want to leave this planet with this burden on my heart. So I'm going to take every opportunity in the future to connect so deeply with her and make up for all this time when we just couldn't sit in our authentic selves. It's going to be a joyous time for us now, and I'm so looking forward to it. And I'm so grateful for this community because I couldn't have done it without all of this. I wouldn't have had the courage to do this. And so thank you all. And that's my miracle story.
Oh, Sue, I'm so glad you shared that. You know, when you shared it with me at the clinic, when you came, I was in tears and I wanted to share it with my mom, and both of us felt it so deeply. And can I share one of the other miracle moments for me was just that, you know, she didn't want to be held by you. She would push you away. I can't be, I don't want to, in letting it come out, you held the space where you even knew that was a gift. Her expressing the anger, finally it's coming out. Finally the hurt's coming out. And then finally, as she was leaving, you know, not wanting to be touched or be near you, finally at the end say, Mom, can you hold me? Just have that like sacred moment where you could hug her for the first time in 30 years. You know, just to hold her.
That's how I knew. That's how I knew the miracle had occurred. The heart connection was so deep, and it was so real for the first time in our lifetime together. And what a miracle. I mean, my whole world is opening up now with my daughter, and it's so wonderful. I can't wait to see her again.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sue. You've created a healing cocoon for all of us to bathe in. There's so much wisdom in what you shared. We could have spent the whole call just on this, and to share it in a couple minutes, it's like a homeopathic dose that will create medicine for all of us in all of our relationships, that we don't have to wait for someone else to change. I know when she came into the post consultation, she says, it's so profound, the miracle experiment experience. What it's happened to me on so many levels that I can't even share is I've changed. And then the whole world changes around me, including those that I love most. I just want to, I saw Aaron raise his hand, and I think he may have something to share along these lines. Any feedback or any thought about just listening to Sue?
Yeah, thank you. So touching. Sue and Vienna and everybody. I just want to reflect to the group that the through line that I've heard from every single share, every single one that came up today, is that your entire life can change in one moment. It doesn't matter what has happened before, or how much challenge, or how much pain, or how long there's been disconnection, or how long the fear has been there, or how deep the wounds are. None of that prohibits the opportunity and possibility for that one moment of transcendent experience of connection to self and love and the divine for the entirety of the rest of your existence to shift course into highest alignment. And that has been shared over and over and over again. So I want to reflect that for everyone and anyone who's got anything that feels insurmountable or impossible, that it only takes a moment for it all to shift.
So beautiful. Thank you. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. We could go into this and you could hear feedback from so many people, but I just want everyone to see this is a microcosm of the macrocosm. This level of deep healing is possible. And the first miracle experiment experience, the one who anchored this possibility for me was Elio, actually. The beautiful connection of him with his beautiful child and the things that have happened since then. And then even just on a call yesterday, Christina sharing so beautifully about what happened with her parents. You know, it's like it's true abundance. It really is. It's true abundance. It's so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sue. All right, we're gonna do minute miracle shares with the people, the rest of the people that I said. So Patricia, since you've got your camera on, let's go to you first. Patricia, please, what's your minute miracle share?
Just to thank everybody for the group. What I notice most about this group is the cooperation rather than competition in it, and I love that because I hate competition. You know, if there's one winner and many losers are there. So what I love is that everybody serves their purpose, and my calendar just so happens today to say that I like to have everyone win, create win-win situations. To thank Joseph Engman as well for his quote there recently of seeing oneself differently, that's transformation. I love that because I've been working with transformation for a few years on different levels, Wimela Rogers' work and with metamorphic work. And that line just sort of brought it to a different level. And also listening to Deeper and Deeper and the other one for the morning.
This one says, my miracles are that I met Jimbo in person in Yuma City last night.
Yeah, beautiful. Roman reading something out loud. It's actually reading something from Carol Donago, who gave me actually this beautiful, she came from Hawaii to the clinic in Sacramento. I've been wearing this since I received it, Carol. And she says, one miracle is she met Jimbo in person last night. Jimbo shared on a call yesterday that he was suffering. Carol Donago came from Hawaii. I went straight to him, gave him a big hug, and now he's meeting the family. So thank you, Romarishi and Carol, for bringing that. Please continue, Patricia. We want to hear the rest of your share. So powerful.
I really resonated with Maureen and who else was it there? Susan, when they talked about the divine in terms of listening to the Deeper and Deeper and the morning, I can't quite remember, Unstoppable in the morning. That idea of being divine as well as everything else. I really used that this week because I felt I was getting a sore throat or a cold. I was hoping it wasn't COVID. So because I have a lot of groups to see during the week. And I just did the what do you want in the morning, and it was very clear, or what do I want to let go of, and it was definitely the cough and the cold, and I was fine for the groups that I had. And then today I would normally have visitors because it's 5:15 in the evening here where I am, and we would normally have family here, but because I have a cough today, the family aren't here. So that means I can be with you on screen as opposed to off screen. So the things do work out all right, even if they produce coughs, sore throats, or whatever, they can be good as well. So I leave it at that, just to give other people a chance to come in. But I've enjoyed the 30 days.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you very much for sharing.
Also, just the last thing was that the fear on the previous 30 days, fear was definitely moved aside, and on this one, ego. So those two, I think maybe that left room for the divine to come in. So definitely had a big shift on those two. So I leave it at that.
That is so powerful. You know, we got a quote. We got someone in the chat. Julia says, "I'd love to hear every person on the call share their miracle story in some container." And so in the breakout rooms, you're going to be sharing. I just want to have Michael give me an update in a moment. We have 2 more shares on the main call here. But in the miracle room, your mentors are going to be asking. We're actually going to be publishing soon, not only the cookbook, which we're so excited about, the children's book, which we're so excited about, the coloring activity book, but also Miracle Experiment Game Journal that people can get from Amazon or wherever and play the miracle game on their own or create their own miracle game group. And for that, we want your stories. We want them. And so please, if you feel willing to share your miracle story, it's so valuable. It doesn't have to be like parting the Red Seas. It can be that you appreciated the grass under your feet with the new, whatever it is. But we want those stories. So your mentors will be asking you if we can have permission to share those. And the other thing is we need more mentors for future calls because the community is growing. And so they'll be recommending to us who would be a possible good mentor. And if you're interested in that, please make sure that you let them know. I see that Sue, talking about in this miracle experiment experience, we've talked about story. Sue, you sharing your story has unlocked so much healing. And I even see Katie saying, okay, this is it. I'm ready, everyone. I'm asking for the relationship with my mother to be healed. And I would love your healing energy and support. So if we could all just with love put our hands together, and for Katie and for anyone who's working on a relationship with either your parents or children, we pour so much love into you. So you feel the heat in your hands. And then put your hands out. We love you and we're with you. Katie and everyone working on this. We love you and we're with you. So beautiful. All right, 2 more miracle minute shares. Luke, we're here with you too, brother.
Hi. Well, it's interesting. My miracle story, from one standpoint, is hard to see as a miracle because I've been sick for the last 2.5 weeks. And it's been hard to see that as a miracle as I listen to and witness everybody else's miracle stories, and I'm suffering in my body. Now, in the first couple of weeks of the miracle experiment experience, I was feeling great. I mean, just so filled with energy and vibrancy. And then 2.5 weeks ago, my body got hit with illness, which the symptoms of either COVID or flu. I did eventually take a COVID home test and it was negative. And then recently I met with my doctor, who's a naturopath, and he said it was I couldn't go into the office because you can't go in if you're sick. So we met over the phone, and he said it was a viral infection like a flu, and it's been just terrible coughing and just overall, just feeling awful, awful, awful. Haven't experienced anything like this in years. So he prescribed ivermectin, which I'm taking, and but as I've been listening to everybody's miracle stories of healing and feeling so good, it's been difficult for me to appreciate it because I've been suffering in my body. So I've been asking myself and contemplating, this is like the mother lode of Aditi Deva Bhava. And I've been contemplating, why is this happening? And I'm seeing it as a transmutation rather than a sickness, a transmutation of my being. And Clint, I remember when I saw you in Mount Shasta in June for my pulse consultation with you, and I said to you, even then I was going through a challenge, and I said, why is it that sometimes you feel so great and then you drop down into this place of not feeling great? And you said to me, because it comes to a time when your being is getting ready for deeper healing. And I assume that's what's going on now. I'm going through a level of deeper healing right now. So it's just an interesting time of transmutation for me as my body's healing, kind of like the caterpillar in the chrysalis, getting ready to come out as the butterfly. So that's what I'm seeing right now, but it's been really interesting for me to go through this difficult time. And also, this is a miracle of love. I have to mention 2 things. To be part of this community, this loving community. Yesterday, I had a beautiful texting exchange with Jana, and she was telling me about her experiences with illness and COVID and flu and so forth. And just to have that exchange was so helpful. And then Carol Ray, a few days ago, asked me how I was doing again in texting, and I told her, still not well. And she left me a voice message, which was a song. She actually sang me a song. And it was just so much love and beauty in this community that we have for one another, that we're here for each other in times of feeling great and in times of feeling awful. And I'm so blessed and grateful for this community, and so happy to be able to express myself in this moment with everybody, even though my body's not doing so well.
Well, Luke, you give us the gift, even to be on the camera as you're laying there, as you're in the chrysalis, as the cocoon is around you and the caterpillar is becoming more and more a butterfly. You're giving us such a gift. And I know you're not the only one. Many people several people in our community that we love, like Mariam, and we're sending you so much love. And even just yesterday, I got a message from someone who said that in a deep meditation, she had a vision that I was needing to help a certain doctor, his wife, who was in the emergency room. And in that emergency room, you can't alter, there's no home remedy. She has a feeding tube, and they won't alter the mixture that goes in there. And they're not going to alter, even with COVID restrictions, people can't go in there. So it's difficult to press marma points or put the onion in the milk. A lot of things are happening. But the thing I love about these ancient secrets is ancient secrets go beyond, and we can do so many things from so many places. And one of them is the mantra, the healing mantra, and the healing love that we send. So in this moment, in this space, I want us to do a special gift for Luke, For Mariam, for this woman who's in the hospital right now, her name is Mary Gravel Kennedy, and several other people that we know and love. We're in that situation in which their bodies are kind of upgrading to the new level of spirit, in which their bodies are going through this transformation, this change. If we can just put our second finger together, so not the first finger, but the second finger like this. And we'll do it for Luke right now, and Luke will be on benefit for everyone. And then we'll also do it for Mary. We'll repeat 3 times out loud for each person. And if you have a name of anyone that you want to do it for as well, you can put it in the chat, and we'll just consider this like a blast out of love for all those people. So we'll use Luke's name right now. So you repeat after me. Om Luke Haringa Swaha. Om Luke Haringa Swaha. Om Luke Haringa Swaha. Beautiful. And if it's for yourself, you use the first finger, and you can use that same mantra for yourself. Now, if we can do it for Mary, just with love for this person that you don't even know, but you're connected. We're having all these over 100 people and thousands of people watching the recording. Put your second finger together, like your thumb to your second finger, the fingernail to the top of the finger. Om Mary Haringa Swaha. Om Mary Haringa Swaha. Om Mary Haringa Swaha. Oh, so beautiful. And then for Mariam and all the names of the people we've put in here, like there's so many people. I just want to say, Carol says Fred and Sarah, Lucy, Joseph says, Diane says Shannon, Cynthia says Robert, Deborah Ann says Christina, Robert says Karen, Jerem, Bob G, Linda says, please also send healing to me, Cynthia, her mother, Louise, Barbara, Morjean, Denver, all these beautiful names of people that we love. We're going to do it once more, and for all of these beautiful people that we love and who are in need right now, we're going to say it like this. We'll say Om. Actually, I'm just tapping in right now to see how we can do this best.
Beloved.
Yeah, I was going to say love.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone is love. And that is true. Like I've been reading Denny Dakin's the book, The Only Truth is Love, and she anchors in and in again, our truth is that we're love. So in this particular case, for our beloveds, we'll say Om Love Haringa Swaha. So put your fingers together, and this one we'll say 6 times. Actually, we'll go 9 times. Om Love Haringa Swaha. 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 So beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Luke, for opening up this portal in which we can have this beautiful experience. We love you, and we're with you. We love you, and we're with you.
I will say the remedies have been helping, and the marmas have been helping. I've been taking the immunity drink every day, at least, a couple times a day, and I've been doing everything I can. So I'm so thankful for all that we have here with marmas and home remedies and everything. And the love has been just amazing. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, for those that don't know what he's talking about, on page 293, there's a marma and some home remedies for boosting your immunity. And as a part of the 100-day course, we create an emergency kit called an Ancient Secrets Emergency Kit. So you can be prepared for so many things that may come. When we were in Nepal and the earthquakes happened, you couldn't get to the hospital. If you're in the flooding in Texas, there's no emergency vehicle that's going to come. Why not be prepared? You know what marma to press. You always have your hands and your head and your face with you. Why not know what they are? Why not know what are the home remedies? Why not have those ingredients in your home? Why not get the herbal formula? Again, that's one of the parts of the 100 course that I'm excited about. Okay, last but not least, Maya Rose. Yes.
Hello. I've got this heart cactus behind me for all of you to see. I'm here in Arizona, and I just got done hiking this mountain. And I have a little special story about that that's really brief, but I want to say thank you so much to all of you for sharing your stories. And Sue, you were so inspirational. I currently have a son who's not speaking to me, so this gives me hope that there's a future love for him. So anyway, so thankful for you. So as I was climbing to the top of this mountain today, I realized what the true miracle in my life has been. And makes me feel emotional, but about 4.5 years ago, I climbed to this top of the mountain after waking up and not wanting to live. I had all this success in my life on the professional level, and I was making more money than I'd ever made before, but I was really struggling in some of my personal relationships, and especially my relationship for myself. And I really didn't love myself. And as I climbed to this top of that mountain after waking up, I wrote this letter to myself from God. And in this letter, he just said, hang in there, make these changes, and you'll learn to love your life again. So I walked down that mountain determined to make changes in my life. And what I realized as I hiked to the top today, 4.5 years later, is I've fallen so much in love with my life, and even more in the last 30 days as I've thought of all the things I'm thankful for, all the people that have come to me through the work that I'm doing and share with me how their lives have been changed, and the beautiful relationships that I have in my life. And I'm still knowing that there'll be a miracle with my son, but I realized that that's the true miracle, is to be in a place where I love myself and I love my life. So thank you all. I know I haven't been able to be live on every call, but I feel your love and support. So thank you.
Oh, so beautiful. Let's put our hands together. Oh, Maya Rose, we love you, and we're with you. We love you. Thank you for sharing so vulnerably. And what an iconic thing behind you, a cactus in the shape of a heart. Even prickly things can love. So whenever our kids, our parents may feel prickly, remember there's a heart behind that. That's really beautiful. All right, Julia, I know you've had your hand up. I just want to make sure, Michael Smith, are we close to getting ready? Are you almost ready that we can open up the breakout rooms?
We're ready anytime you are.
Okay, Julia, I'm going to give you the mic, but it has to be 1 minute or less, okay? With love, with love, whatever you want to share.
Oh, thank you, Clint. I wasn't even expecting to have any time, but I took some time yesterday to reflect on this MEE experience, and I actually found myself going into poetic mode, and I wrote a beautiful poetic weaving in and out of my feelings and thoughts. And so I'm not going to share that here. As far as wondering if there's a container to share that, but in essence, I just wanted to express that, just like the energy of the waves of the ocean coming in and out, and the flow as we look at abundance and what abundance means in our lives, the abundance of, cash, of money, which is a beautiful energy, the abundance of relationships, and the abundance of experiences, these Aditi Deva Bhavas, and all the things that have come. For me, there's been the experience this month of being aware and being present to the coming and going, the in and the out, the giving and the receiving of abundance, and just the heightened awareness of all the little things that are happening around us at any given moment. And because we'd had this morning routine, this connection to this community, these practices and these tools of listening to the recordings of Dr. Naram, which really impacted me every single day with Deeper and Deeper and Unstoppable, those practices and this connection, feeling part of a whole, not feeling separate. And so, so alone in going through something like this, writing our gratitudes every day and setting very powerful intentions of what do I want, and constantly asking that question. Because of that practice, I had so many things happen this month, and I just wanted to share a few of them with you real quick. We had things open up to us, and little things like going down the street and sharing a powerful story with my husband, a powerful story from a program I'm in, and seeing a quarter on the street. Quarters are very symbolic to me, and they have to do with my angels and ancestors. And I found this quarter on the street, and I'm like, wow, that, you raise it up and you say, I am abundant, and, finding certain things that have been lost for years. And
just for a moment, I just want to pause you for a moment because I don't want you to rush through this. I want to hear it so fully and with all of my heart. So I'm going to ask, I know in your breakout room you're going to share, but on next Sunday's call, I want you to share properly. I'm going to invite you to share your whole story properly because it's so powerful. And then we can launch into it. And I want to acknowledge Julia because she's the one, when the book was being started, she's the one that helped me edit the recipe so that she tested it and made sure that some things were tweaked a little bit. With love, you've been a part of the journey so much, and to see the joy in you makes me so happy. I'm so glad we're on this journey together. So in the breakout rooms, you'll share more of the story in the next Sunday call. Is that okay with you, Julia?
Oh, you bet. You bet. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot that happened, and I know a lot of people have had a lot of time to share, and I really have some good meat, some good mung bean soup meat to share. So
Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go into the breakout rooms right now, but tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up and there's not going to be a morning activation call. There isn't. There's not going to be an official one. Today is where we're completing, but tomorrow I want you to pull out your journal to write down, what do you want? Maybe in your miracle group, your small group, you'll find someone who you want to be your accountability partner, celebration partner. Maybe you've already done that when we set our goal of a specific financial goal. And so communicate with someone. In your groups, you may decide to continue to meet in some capacity, but I don't want you to feel alone. And I don't want you to feel like you're missing out on anything. I want you to feel the miracle of life. I want you to know that all of that is within you. It's not coming from outside of you. The divine is housed inside of you. It is you. Love is you. You're not missing anything. The miracle is you. So on that note, Michael Smith, if we can go into the breakout rooms, actually right before that, just for the fun of it, we're going to ask everyone to unmute themselves, put your hands together, and with love, as we stop the Facebook Live, I want to say love to the whole.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you
and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I'm with you and I'm
I
with you.
love you.
I love you and we love you. And I love you.
I'm with you.
Linda Smith. Robin, love you, Michael
With you.
Smith.
Miss you, Andrea.
You got you, Katie. Love you, Clarice.
That is so beautiful. I could listen to that for a long, long time. That should be a meditation, just listening to that over and over again. Thank you so much. We're going to create breakout rooms for everyone on the Sunday calls. For everyone who's on a Friday call, we'll have a special breakout room for you if you want to continue. And everyone who's new, we'll have a breakout room for you in which maybe you have some questions or you want some extra support or just want to talk about what did love teach you on today's call. If you're watching this recording or watching on Facebook Live, find someone and tell them, what did love teach you today? Because this was a very, very powerful call. And the more you share, the more it integrates inside of you. For those in the Shankar sharing program, we have a next call on Tuesday at 7 a.m. Otherwise, we'll see all of you next Sunday for a very, very powerful special call. I love you and I'm with you. Namaskar. And now I think, Mike, you have to stop the Facebook one.